We begin with the trial of Aaron Dean. A jury sentenced the former Fort Worth police officer to more than 11 years in prison for the shooting death of Atatiana Jefferson. We expect to hear from her family any moment now. We have team coverage for you today, beginning with Adriana de Alba, who is live outside the Jefferson home in Fort Worth. Adriana?
That's right, and we expect to hear from her family members at any point now. We know we're supposed to hear from her sister and the family's attorney and some other members of the community. We did have a chance to hear from some of her family members already moments after the sentencing, and it is clear today is a very emotional day for this community. You know, this day has been 3 years in the making. Dean was sentenced to 11 years and 10 months in prison in the killing of Atatiana Jefferson. That means he will not be eligible for probation. Shortly after that sentencing, Dean's family was escorted out of the courtroom, showing no emotion. Immediately after the sentencing, reaction from the community started pouring in. The NAACP of Fort Worth said in a statement, quote, "The fact that the decision on sentencing is at the higher end of the spectrum of punishment is proof of progress toward judicial equity in Fort Worth." But not everyone in this community feels that way. We heard from Fort Worth Council member Chris Nettles, who called today's sentencing the bare minimum. And we also heard from Jefferson's neighbor, the man who called for a welfare check. Take a listen.
I'm still processing it, but the max is what I was looking for. There's still work to be done, and Atatiana will help me champion change in the city of Fort Worth.
So lots of emotion and mixed emotion from the community today. But again, we are standing by Atatiana Jefferson's family home, where we expect to hear from her sister, family's attorney, and some other members of this community. We've seen a lot of neighbors already starting to gather, so we will be here standing by, ready to bring that to you live. We're in Fort Worth. I'm Adriana de Alba.
Okay, Adriana, thank you. We want to get to the courthouse now in Fort Worth. You can imagine some very emotional statements were made following the sentencing. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez joins us live now with more on that. Rebecca?
Well, Sonia, as Adriana said, Atatiana Jefferson's family waited 3 years for this day. They waited 3 years to say something to Aaron Dean, and their impact statements were very emotional when they took the stand this afternoon. Her sister looked at Dean and said she pitied him, not for the sentence he got, but because he was oblivious and unrepentant for what he did. Now, they made him stand up as the verdict was read, and he didn't have a reaction when he was sentenced to 11 years, 10 months, and 12 days. He will not be allowed an appeal bond, so he will be in jail until he is transferred to prison. Atatiana's family and friends have packed the courtroom every day. They wanted Dean to know who she was, a bright young woman who wanted to be a doctor and find a cure for diabetes. She was killed in front of her 8-year-old nephew, and her family wanted Dean to know what killing her did to all of them, to all of her family, but also that they will make sure she is remembered.
Atatiana Jefferson was a bright, vibrant light. See, Aaron Dean, what you thought when you shot our baby through her heart was that you were gonna put her light out. That's what you thought. But I'm here to tell you that Atatiana was that light that refuses to die.
On the early morning hours of October 12, 2019.
And now, after those impact statements were read, the judge told the sheriff, he is your prisoner, and Aaron Dean was taken away. Now, his attorneys have 30 days to file an appeal. They do plan on doing that. Meanwhile, he stays in custody. He will begin serving that prison sentence now. Sonia, back to you.